So, in terms of sustainability, I know it's become a bit cliche and people are getting a little bit sick of talking about sustainability, but I really do believe that is the defining challenge for this generation.
So I think the idea of sustainability is that we create a society that can sustain us. But it means that we find both practically, so in terms of the actions we do and the technologies we create, and also psychologically a way to balance human needs and desires with what the environment can sustain.
So sustainability to me is very important, and it's something that I learn a lot about here. For example, composting, we don't exactly do that back home. Recycling, we don't do that much as well back home. And so although we don't really have the facilities to do extreme like composting and recycling, being here has made me want to go back home and try to make a change in a small way that I can.
But one of the practices that I really like in here is many people prefer to have a vegetarian food instead of non-vegetarian food. It's not because of the maybe like most people prefer to do so because of their religious beliefs, but I know some people do that because there will be less carbon footprint for the vegetarian food than non-vegetarian food. And I've never had that kind of culture in Japan, and I completely changed my mind after I heard that in here, and I tried to have some vegetarian food.
But one thing I think Pearson does really well is that it really raises awareness, and I think I had a lot of awareness before I came to Pearson, but I knew nothing until I learned that I knew nothing until I came here, and I think that's very valuable, and it's definitely something I'll take away when I go other places in the world and further on in my life.
Okay, so I think that Pearson has taught me a lot about sustainability, and that I now have greater respect for my physical environment, so therefore I want to help protect it more. So I've tried to take small practices into my life to lessen my contributions to climate change, such as eating less meat, taking shorter showers, but even that seems like it has no comparison to the impact of me flying to Pearson. So I know that now sustainability is something I'm going to carry with me as a goal to help further sustainability in my life, but at Pearson I know my impact has been small.
Sustainability has become really important to me here because it's important for us to preserve our planet for future generations, and I'm for sure going to take that with me in the future wherever I go.
So in terms of sustainability, I guess recycling and compost has really been the factors that I've learned most about here in Pearson College. And I think, especially in terms of recycling, because Denmark thinks they're a leading nation and sustainability, but I don't really think they are, because recycling is not really our strongest force, and I really learned how much can be recycled and how much can be reused, and how if you just take your time to sort it out properly, it really can make a difference. I think that's the most important thing.
So being at Pearson has really taught me a lot about sustainability. At home, I live in a very small town, so we didn't have a big opportunity to recycle or compost, but now those are things that I've really incorporated into my life at home.
For these past 2 years, I've definitely achieved a lot in terms of, as you could say, reducing my carbon footprint and living a sustainable lifestyle. There are many things that I'll take back with me, like, for example, composting, which is something that was introduced to me here at Pearson College, and I really see the benefits. So even the recycling system at home, recycling constituted of one main bin for all the recycling products. So to see really the separation here and to see how much care can go into recycling, that's definitely something that's inspired me to start that project back home as well.
Yes, sustainability has been a very good thing for me, especially here. It's something I've always wanted to put in practice from home, but it's kind of regarded as a norm here. And in that sense, it's definitely informative for everybody, whether they practice it before or whether it's new for them here. And I guess if it spreads here in a place where everybody is already from around the world, it can only take over. So it's definitely a good thing.
I think
think it's just nice to walk in the forest to appreciate what you're trying to protect and preserve.
Save water, shower together.
So I think one of the things I learned here and experienced here was the disconnect between people's beliefs and people's practices. In that often we say we are something and it's very hard to act in that same way, and I think that's a common thing around sustainability at Pearson. And it's kind of a sad thing to realize, but something I've experienced here in a small community way.
I think we say a lot about sustainability and we try really hard, but in the end, the final product is that we don't actually do much that's sustainable.
I think in the past there were major issues that a generation had to come together to solve, and I think now the question is how can we live sustainably on this planet? We will be over 9 billion people by the middle of the century, and the question is how do we have good, meaningful lives while not destroying the planet that we depend on?